All right, morning 3 or day 3. We actually didn't start till noon on day 1, so. And this video should just look like the last video that you've seen from the end of day 2. So I won't spend much time on it. Hopefully we're ready to lay this log down in about 2 hours. And spend the rest of the day hauling that big log off, I guess. See y'all later. You can see somebody had previously tried to drain water out of a cavity with that. I don't know how long ago that was, but I got all this stuff that I'll probably end up using up there as weight for my cinders. Stuff may be heavier than my little 2510. I lowered my camera angle back down a little bit. I don't know if it's quite as low as I used to have it. I'd like to put it back about where I did have it. I could spur up this tree, but it's so big. This is just easier. Oh, I forgot to put this on my belt. Not on my belt, but on my spur. Pretty cool. Clips on there. Pulls up, locks, and that locks it on. Open it up. Set your rope in it. Lock that all in place. And now, as long as I don't stick my spikes in each other's leg, I'll be doing all good. I normally use gaff covers for that. And so now I've made it here. I can spur the rest of the way up, no problem. Just gonna take these off. My neck lanyard's still on, so we're just gonna spur the rest of the way on up. I ain't gonna bore everybody with all the technical guru. I am gonna move this down to about my feet, take this chunk off and then another chunk, and then we'll go over here and do this big boy. So I'll be back. Alright, so what I did here is I set up my rigging ring to cut this part off later. I'm going to use this to take all of this down. It's going to have some negative dropping on it. So I've got a big heavy duty rope rated for like 20,000 pounds. This is 40,000. And I think this is, I think it says 4,000 safe working load limit. But anyway, I'm not going to be dropping stupid pieces down, but probably 1, 2, and then some like 3 or 4 footers until I get a little bit below it. I'll get it all the way down to that fort, Then I'll come back up, pull this pulley off. It'll already be set up here, and I'll just come down, cut it, pulley down there, cut that. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. Yes, I need this attached. Probably to this. Maybe on my side. All right. I just got my tag line around that rope. I got a knot in it so it can't slide out. We'll go over there and be well. I didn't consider this. This could be an issue. If I pulled too hard and that knot untied, it'll fall out. And I'll have to go back down there, pull the rope back up. It'll just be a big pain in the butt. Okay. So I don't want to tie it in real high. I'm going to tie it like right here. Maybe drop it down a little bit over here. But I'm not going to be needing this one. This is the one that's set up for it. So. Okay. I'll tie an anchor knot right here. Sure is windy up here. In here, spin it all the way around. There you go. Now then, now we'll tie this. I think they call this a Michicon. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now, here's where it gets interesting. Alright, put it through one. Put it through the carabiner, or the pulley, and then through the other outlet. And then it'll tin itself. Of course, I'm standing above it, so it's kind of working weird, but. Alright, so now I should be good. I guess I'm gonna stop because I ain't doing. Alright, I think we about ready to cut it finally. I'm gonna have to wait for this breeze to quit because it's blowing right in my face. It needs to go out that way. block of wood off. Semi sort of negative. Big swing. Been missing too many cuts on here. Gotta tie this because it's hard to hold the weight. That was the part I was lowering all them big chunks off of yesterday, so I know this piece is gone. See that, Adam? They never come out of their notches.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm setting the bottom notch in here. I got my top one in a groove in this knot right here. There's a notch in the knot. Alright, here we go. Now, we're fixing to get ready to cut this big bow. Right. Boss was talking about leaving it as high as my foot, so I'm gonna take one more off and we're gonna call it good. I'll measure it. tell you what I'd like to do as you pull it out though. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it out and I wanna hold it about where all these knots are and tie a knot on the ground. I don't wanna know if we cut it up higher. I wanna know from here to the dirt. I'll adjust all my adjustments later, and don't untie it. I gotta cut that ring off and then I'll be done. Okay, so a lot of people ask us why we have so many tires, and I don't even think this is all of them. I think we got some in the back of another truck and maybe some in our bucket truck. Then we got a whole trailer designated just for tires. And we're gonna drop the rest of it. We'll make a notch in it first and then decide where we're going to put the plywood and the tires.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
How are you?
Good, how you doing? Got him over here tying it on the loader. All right, hello.
You gotta be wearing that gel behind
Hello.
you. Those plants to your...
Here's the man. That big saw.
It is gonna miss the house.
Ma'am?
I said it is gonna miss the house.
Yeah. Then we're gonna pull it over with that rope out of the loader and get it tight. Couldn't miss that for the world right there. That's good stuff. There it goes. No telling what that thing weighs. Getting close now. Timber!
What? Tire broke the tire.
Everybody hard at work. That thing's big. Got a big huge hollow in it. I see a bird tip in there, I think. Okay, so here's the end of the project. Got our plywood picked up and all of our shavings, our sawdust from the million cuts it took to make that tree small enough for us to get out. Just got our fence put back up, working better than it was before. A few little adjustments. Anyway.
Turn this tube inside of it, short.
Had to fluff a few dents up right there. No major deal. That was already kind of bare of grass from so much shade. But we did not do any of this damage to this fence. This was already done. I think the ice storm broke a big leader out of it last April and did all this damage. This wood fence is only 8 months old, believe it or not. But anyhow, this thing is huge. I mean, a big old hole. I can see how far down in there that hole goes. You can see where when they built the fence, instead of straightening the post out, they just cut the fence to fit the bent post. But anyway, that tree is undamaged, house undamaged, all the trees undamaged. That's how we do it over here at Eric Russell Tree Services.